Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to start off giving all honor and glory, if and praise and worship to our power. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostles, our elder bishops, the great millstone, rule well. Peace, salutation to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children. That YAHWASHI will have mercy on these perilous times, perilous meaning dangerous times that we currently living in. Alright, it's your brother HAQADASH, representing the GMS branch here in Cleveland, Lord willing, to bring out a quick and edifying dream testimony through the spirit and power of YAHWASHI. And it's real quick. I don't remember all of it, you know what I'm saying? I did, but I forgot it because it's really irrelevant. You know, it was a lot going on in the dream. But the part that I remember is the ending. And when I pulled it was me and the brother Yaquan. We was in the truck, in my truck, and he rode with me, and we was supposed to meet brothers, but I wasn't sure if that was the right location, and we was like, damn. And then when we pulled into it was a gas station, and when we pulled into the gas station, it was you know, we pulled in, niggas looking at us and shit, like, what the fuck is this nigga looking at, man? You know, Quan thinking the same thing. And then once I ended up pulling up to a gas pump, and because my truck is all black and it's tinted out, like, so you know, I don't know if they was I don't know what these niggas was looking at. So we was like, I always be skeptical, because the type of vehicle I drive, I don't want, you know what I'm saying, YNs and all that. So anyway, so that's how we was thinking. So I was like, man, look, I'm gonna just pull right here. So I pulled up to the pump, like I'm gonna post right here. And then we end up seeing the brother Ma'ai. We saw it was like we could only see him. It was crazy because he opened the door. It was like, oh, they here. They at the gas station. And then once we like, oh, he at the gas station, he here. And then once we saw my eye open the door, that's when because remember I told you I posted up at the pump, you know what I'm saying? Because one, I only want to get out because I'm like these YNs next to us. And then two, you know, so that's how I'm thinking. So anyways, we posted at the pump. We're like, oh, brother, see my eye. I'm like, I looked at him. He had the door open. And then we get out. Now I have my window cracked a little bit, but windows, I usually don't even do that. And then when I got out, I'm like, damn, I had hit the lock button. But when I had got out, my keys wasn't in my pocket. I'm like, damn, I locked my keys in the truck. And then I'm like, fuck, but I saw my window. The Lord had it where it was even more down. I'm like, oh shit, what the hell? I'm like, I don't remember doing that. So I was about to walk and get him. Then Yaquan walked on his side and got him for me. I'm like, bruh. He was like, wee. But I remember the doors was locked, but the Lord unlocked the doors because the brother grabbed my key. So then we walk. The brother had on like either a army fatigue shiesty or a black shiesty, like one of them. And I say shiesty because one of them mask things, but it covered, like, you know, when it's cold in Cleveland, we always, you know, cover our face and shit and head. So he had it like where it was covered like this because it was kind of cold, I think. And he had on an army fatigue outfit, and I had on all black. And we got out the car, we walked to the brother, and the brother Ma'al was holding the door, and he had on all white. And he holding the door smiling. And then I let Yaquan, you know, we was walking, then I moved, you know, I stood, waited for the brother Yaquan to walk in. He walked in first, then I walked in, but I was going slow. And Jake was like, come on, Jake. He's like, come on, Jake. Jake taking all day, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Salaki, bro. I'm like, shit, bro, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? He like, and then when I get in, he's still talking shit. He like, bro, he like, man, Jake walking all slow, man. I'm like, bro, Salaki, bro, damn, man. I said, what the rush for, bro? I'm like, I'm chilling, bro. We cool, we vibing. And then we was walking when he was talking, and then he ran, and then he sprinted. He sprinted to the table and shit. And then Jaquan ran too. Cause Yaquan was walking, we all was walking, and he ran past us. Then Yaquan ran past, I ran past us, then Yaquan ran past us, and cause they ran to the table. And then when you look down where they were running to, it was a table full of brothers. You know what I'm saying? It was a table full of brothers. And not, it wasn't every brother. I remember a few faces. It was a lot of brothers, but I only remember a few faces. And it usually always the same brothers in my dreams when I'm dealing with like these type of dreams, when I'm dealing with the kingdom and dealing with some type of dream where I'm seeing like stuff like that. It'd be like the same faces for the most part. And I remember when I'm going, I'm still walking slow. I'm like, and I kind of like was speed walking a little bit, cause I'm like, damn, I'm sore and I'm tired from like the work I do. I'm in construction and I'm a contractor and stuff like that. I paint and do all that, so my knees and my back and all that shit be hurting. And so laying vinyl and all that and contracting, you know. So, you know, Esau aged us, so my body is like a 50-year-old man. So I'm like, you know, I'm doing my 1-2. So we get to the table. So I see the brother Kazak. He was smiling ear to ear. He was happy as hell to see us. Like damn, y'all. He was like, y'all made it. He's like, y'all made it. Like he was like that. It was crazy because he was like, I heard him say it, but he didn't say it out his mouth. I heard it in his mind. Like I heard him say it in his mind. It was crazy. I forgot about the bro because he was like, y'all made it. He was smiling ear to ear. I heard him say, y'all made it. And then or I felt his emotion, or I heard him something, but that's what he said in his spirit. And I remember hearing that in my mind. And I looked at him, and then Yaquan when he ran because Kazak slid over, and then Yaquan ran and took the last seat, which appeared to be the last seat, because you know the brother Kazak big, you know, a bigger brother, and then like, you know, taller, you know, body is bigger, and you got other brother, you got Ma'a, you had, you know, these are tall brothers, and you had other brothers there, the elder Tamyaya, a lot of taller brothers with bigger bodies, so it took up a lot of the space of the seats. And then Yaquam, he a little smaller than those brothers, so he was able to squeeze in for that last little part of the seat when Kazak slid over. And then I was just looking and shit. I was like, you know, I was willing to stand though, because then also too in my mind, I'm like, I gotta go outside and move my truck, because I'm thinking like I'm just at a pump, like it can't stay there. I ain't wanted to get towed. That's how I was thinking at first, because I remember we didn't realize that was the place to meet up. We thought we were just pulling over to figure out where to meet the brothers. We didn't know that was the actual place. It was a gas station. The gas station turned into the place we were supposed to. It was the storefront. It looked like a gas station on the outside, but in the inside it was actually the room for the feast. And when the brothers sat down, I was like, and my mom like, shit, that's all it called to go out. I'm with it, I'll stand, shit. You feel me? Let the brother sit. You know what I'm saying? And also too, like I said, my mom was like, damn, I gotta go move my truck. But I don't know why I was thinking that, cause it was still like, I was still slow to process what was actually going on. And I was like, it's called Tawad, bro. I was like, I gotta go move my truck, you know what I'm saying, here in a second, cause I don't want it to get towed or some shit like that. And then I remember brothers like, brother, there's more seats, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, he's like, you could, you know, for me to sit down. And I was just looking like, all right, yeah, con, you know what I'm saying? But it's beautiful, cause I didn't realize until I said something to the brothers, like the reason why brothers was running, he was making haste, because like I remember, like I said, all the brothers had on all white. And he was running because the feast was about to start. He was hurrying up. He was making haste. And that's why he was like, damn, Jake walking slow. That's why he was saying that, because he was like, hurry up, bro. The feast about to start. And I also didn't realize that we almost didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? We almost didn't make it, man. You know what I'm saying? We pulled up, not even knowing we was at the right location. You know what I'm saying? And we just waited for brothers to give us the location. Then that's when the brother up my eye opened the door. So yeah, that's really the premise of the dream. I just wanted to get that quick dream testimony because I thought it was mighty how, you know, like the Lord, that's what we're doing. We're preparing the lamb with the feast of the lamb, right? A marriage ceremony is getting ready to happen, and the feast of the Lord is getting ready to happen, man. And the Lord is getting ready to completely, if not, the Lord's elect is being sealed, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're getting ready to witness a transfer of kingdoms. That's what I took from it. When we met, brothers was in all white, happy as hell to see us at the table. Like I said, my eye was making haste because I was moving slow, because he was like, yo, the feast is about to start, man. The feast is about to start. Let's hurry up and take our seats because the meal is getting ready to be served. All right? Yahawashi is getting ready to walk in. Everybody need to be in a place. That's what happens at marriages. You don't want to be walking in while the bride and the groom is walking down the aisle, so you can understand. Everybody, all the guests got to be in their seats. They got to be seated and ready to be witnesses unto the bride and the groom and the bride. All right, marriage being you know, brought together before the congregation, and them, you know, making their display, you know, when the bride walked down and all that. The guests got to be seated. They can't be walking in at the same time. No, because it's all about the groom and the bride. Okay, so we had to hurry up and sit down because it's all about Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? We had to be already ready. So I understand it now. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot other things going on in a dream, but that's the premise of it. I just wanted to tell that quick dream testimony. So brothers, be prepared, get ready. Get, like Apostle Tahar said, elder brothers are saying, get ready to face death. Prepare your mind to face death, because the marriage is getting ready to happen. So prepare your mind, because we're getting ready to see the kingdom. We're getting ready to live. So in order to live, we have to die. So prepare to die. All right, prepare for Esau to put his hands on you. Not all brothers, but you have to. You don't know your lot, so prepare. All right, because the feast is getting ready to happen. All right, we're getting ready to celebrate. That's what happens at feast. You celebrate. All right, you make joy. You make mirth. It's a joyous thing. It's smiles. It's laughter. It's no remembrance of pain and all these different things. You know what I'm saying? And I walked in there in pain and sore, and I'm like, damn. Like I'm sorry, I was still feeling like that. I'm sorry, I didn't really realize until I woke up like what it actually was. I had an idea without, I'm like, it's just like, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But I'm just glad that Lord willing, I pray that we are part of that hopeful. Lord willing, I pray that we are part of a electful number, His chosen, man. Because in the dream, at least I made it. You know what I'm saying? At least we made it. You know what I'm saying? We was happy as hell because we made it, man. You know what I'm saying? So Lord willing, this quick dream testimony was edifying. Keep praying, keep hope, keep faith. We're almost home. Alright. I want to give all honor and glory for the praise and worship too. Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostle, elder bishop, great millstone. We well. Peace, citation to hopeful elect. Until next time, Bible ball. Shalom.